Hi Capricorn, welcome to your bi-weekly love reading from December 15th through the 31st, 2017. Hope you guys are all doing well and enjoying the holiday season. Sending you lots of love and light, and thank you so much for joining me today for your reading. For your reading today, I am using the Charm Casilli Tarot deck as my primary tarot deck. I will be clarifying with the Chocoli Tarot Mini, and at the end of your reading, pulling a guidance message from the Rumi Oracle. This is going to be an extended reading just because the Rumi Oracle messages do take a little bit longer for me to get through. So I do hope you can stick around for the end of the reading. Very important. And for those of you who are my patrons over on Patreon, I am doing a short Lenormand reading at the beginning of your reading just to give you an overview of your situation and what is influencing you throughout the middle to the end of December. So if you'd like to join me over there, I'd be happy to see you over on my Patreon, link below in the description. But for the rest of you, we're going to proceed with the usual bi-weekly reading that I'm doing. Okay, let's get started. Hi Capricorn, welcome to your mini Lenormand reading. And for your reading today, I am using the Under the Roses Petite Lenormand deck. We're going to be looking at your situation in the middle of December and what is influencing you. Okay, so I'm looking for two cards here. And I am reading for all Capricorns that may be watching, whether you're a Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising, Capricorn on the cusp, or Venus and Capricorn. Geez, that's a lot of Capricorns. Spirit, please give me one card for Capricorn situation from December 15th through the 31st, and one card for what is influencing them. We have the mice. What is influencing the mice? The letter. Alright Capricorn, in the next frame I'm going to talk about these two cards, what they mean for you. Capricorn, you have the mice and the letter. So for your situation in the middle of December, going into the end of December, you could be receiving some stressful news, I'm seeing. It's also possible that you are dealing with a situation where there is a lost message here. For example, someone doesn't get your message or you don't get their message. This could be like a lost letter, or like, for example, if you're looking for something important in the mail and it gets lost. Not necessarily a package. I'm seeing more. This is either email, text, or a handwritten letter. But I am getting some stressful news here for you. So you want to be prepared with regards to this coming up. All right. I am seeing that coming up for you. Hi Capricorn. I'm going to do your bi-weekly love reading now. And the cards are ready to go. So let's just get started. Spirit, what are the most important messages and energies that you have with the sign of Capricorn concerning their love lives from December 15th through the 31st? This is their bi-weekly love reading. What do they need to know regarding their love lives from December 15th through the 31st? I am reading for all Capricorns out there, Capricorn Suns, Moons, Risings, and Capricorns on the cusp, and those with Venus and Capricorn that may be watching. What do they need to know, Spirit, regarding their love lives from December 15th through the 31st? The bottom of your the bottom of your reading, you have the Magician. All right, Magician talks about well, yes, this can be a manipulator. This can be someone who is a real charmer, very seductive, very powerful, someone that can manifest, very powerful at visualizing and calling in the energy that they want to manifest. So when I see this card at the bottom of your reading, it's telling me that you're entering a very powerful time in your life. You are able to kind of, as if by magic, pull from your divine gifts You have all the tools you need to create, and should you speak the words, they will be spoken and they will be. So you are bringing things into manifest form here. So you do need to be careful because this is very powerful. If you're dealing with someone who is like the magician, they can also have a lot of power over you without you even really knowing it. So the message I have here is be careful what you say, be careful what you think, be careful what you wish for, because you can make it happen now. It can be possible. Underneath that we have the Five of Swords. As you can see, they both have their hands raised in the air. Alright, so you could win at any cost here, but you have to think about at what cost. You know, eventually, with the Five of Swords here, it's telling me that this is the Lord of Defeat. So yes, you could win even by your words spoken, even with the power that you have. But at the end of the day, at what cost are you winning? At what cost are you making things happen? So be cognizant of your power and how you're using it and what your intention is. I think that's the most important thing is be clear about your intent before you use your power. Before you wave that magic wand, why are you waving it? What is it that you want to create in your relationships, in your love life, etc.? Okay, we have the Six of Cups reversed, crossed by the Devil. That is your card in the crossing position. Seven of Wands, what comes below you? What you'd like to manifest, you have the King of Wands in reverse. In your recent past, you have the Nine of Swords in reverse. In the near future, you have the Empress in reverse. Okay. You walk into the middle of December with the energy of the Six of Cups in reverse. This is the soulmate energy. Interestingly enough, I just did Virgo's reading and they had the same card. So maybe you're dealing with a Virgo. That's possible. I am sensing here that you are a little bit stuck in the past. You're thinking about something or someone from your past, or even a memory from your past. If this is with regards to your soulmate, this is a soulmate card. Remember to, yes, if something bad happened, remember to learn the lesson from that. What is it that you can take from that experience? But remember to, in your present situation, not bring or harbor resentment from that time into your present circumstances, because this card talks about bittersweet memories. All right, something that leaves a bitter taste in your mouth. It's also saying that you're very much stuck in the past, and this is a present tense card. So in order for you to overcome this energy, it's important to release any issues that you have from the past, even going back to your childhood. Maybe some therapy or something that is preventing you from moving on. Something needs to be released here. Whether it's a bad memory, bad feelings, forgiving someone from your past, whatever it is. Your challenge is the Devil. Okay, interesting to have this in the challenge position. This is a really very toxic energy. I'm just going to put it like that because he's Trump, he's a Trump, and he's one of two Trumps in your entire reading. Alright, so this is your card, Capricorn. The way that I am reading this in the challenge position is for you to get out of a toxic relationship, toxic situation, some behavior that you're doing that you know feels good, but you know it's not good for you, okay? You may need to break an agreement with someone. You need to get yourself out of something that is not healthy for you, whether it's an addictive habit, addictive behavior, a physical relationship. This is a very strong bond, and as you can see, the man and the woman here are both chained to devils. I don't know what you call this. It's kind of like, it's about bondage, right? Bondage to something you feel powerless against. They feel like the addictions are bigger than you. But, you know, the devil's playing tricks on you here, and you do, by releasing the past, by releasing the toxic, by getting out of a situation that isn't helping you anymore, whether it's with a past lover or a way that you feel about something that happened in your childhood, it's time. It's time to release yourself, okay? So, at the root of the situation, we have the Seven of Wands. So this is a very defensive energy. This person is defending themselves from all of these wands that are coming at them. So you're being asked to be very courageous here and to stand up for yourself. Don't let someone belittle you or put you down. I'm seeing fire sign energy here. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius in your chart. But yeah, you're being put on the defensive here, and you have a lot of adversity. You have to get onto higher ground here in order to kind of defend yourself. It's going to be a struggle. This does look like a struggle for you to release yourself from this past engagement, this past person, these feelings that are just, they're not good for you. In the recent past, you have the Nine of Swords reversed. So I'm seeing that you've been under a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, a lot of sleepless nights. Some readers interpret this card as coming out of this place. I see it as a lot of pressure that you're putting on yourself, and it's not a very comfortable place to be. So someone could be, putting the tax to you, keeping you under their thumb, maybe they're working you to your bone. Whatever it is, this is a situation that needs to be looked at because it's affecting your mental health at this point. In your thoughts and feelings, you have the King of Wands reversed. So I'm definitely seeing fire sign energy here, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I'm actually seeing Sagittarius here, so some of you are thinking about a Sagittarius. Now, if this is how you're feeling, thinking and feeling, the King of Wands is someone who's very angry. They are lustful. They're not very happy in this position when they're reversed, unless I'm talking about a pure Sagittarius. If I'm not talking about a Sagittarius here, I am seeing someone who's not very happy, and something has angered them, and they're now feeling a bit manipulative, like they could act out, they could use you for their own personal agenda, or they have an agenda and they're prepared to do anything to kind of get back at you. So upright, this is someone who is very commanding, very action-oriented, very creative. I think of the King of Wands as like the Steve Jobs of the court cards. An innovator, a leader, someone who's passionate about what they do, and they need action more than anything in order to accomplish their goals. So I feel like either this energy is a little bit blocked, a little bit stifled. I am getting anger, I'm getting rage, I'm getting lust. So something has ticked you off here. That's what I'm getting. And you're, like I said, this is fire sign energy here, I'm definitely seeing. Now, going into the near future, you have the Empress reversed. And when the Empress is reversed, there can be issues with health, being open to love, feeling nurtured, feeling abundant. The Empress reversed is, normally I see her as a woman who is not taking care of herself, and she can come across as mean, overbearing, pushy, someone who is maybe infertile or is going through a period of time where they don't feel very loved, they feel very pushed aside, or they feel like they're the other woman in the relationship, or they felt like they're not able to express themselves. Because normally this is someone who's very open to love, very nurturing. They want to be loved. They feel sexy, right? Because she's ruled by Venus, ruled by Aphrodite. So when she's reversed, she's not able to express her sexuality. She's not able to give the way that she wants to give. She's not able to receive the way she wants to receive. And she is looking out here. So, in fact, if this is a relationship, I'm seeing two people that are very much not seeing eye to eye here. And, the Empress reversed is someone who is uncaring. She doesn't, and it's because she's, something has either angered her, or she's not feeling well herself, she hasn't been nurtured properly, or she hasn't taken care of herself, okay? So the message here is definitely take care of yourself, Give to yourself first before you give to another. Get out of toxic relationships. Break any addictive habits. Let the past go. It's over. Okay? If you're stuck in the past, you can't fully enjoy the present. I'm going to go ahead and clarify some of these cards. So the first thing I want to know is, why is the Six of Cups in reverse for Capricorn? We have the Nine of Swords again. Why is the Six of Cups reversed for Capricorn? Five of Pentacles and the Hierophant. I see some worry. I see that you feel a lack of support. You may feel out in the cold. It's a very cold, dark place here. You feel neglected, and this could be within a marriage or a job situation. The Hierophant also says that you need to do the right thing here. But you may also be in a committed relationship, or you may be married or committed and feeling bitter about some things that happened in the past. Why is the Devil coming up in the challenge position for Capricorn? We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Cups and Death. Alright, so the Devil in the challenge position, I would read him in reverse. I do see some relationship here. The Devil is the Queen of Cups, so this is water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or someone that is, this is someone who definitely loves deeply and understands her emotions. Also, it can represent someone who's in love. We have the Death card, so there is some kind of ending here. Alright, so it could be that feminine energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, is trying to get out of a toxic relationship, or is trying to end some kind of addictive behavior here. That's what I'm seeing for you. We could be dealing with a water sign. This person is supportive of you. This person wants to work with you, and they are very focused on their heart right now. But they are going through a transformation, or they are going to be transforming in some way. And that's going to require them to get out of anything that's been toxic, get out of anything that's been holding them back emotionally. Alright, so why is the Seven of Wands coming up reversed for Capricorn? We have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is my work card. Ten of Pentacles. Why is the Seven of Wands coming up in the root position? King of Pentacles. So this definitely feels like your energy. It's very grounded, very rooted in the material world. You've been defensive because, well, you've been working very hard with the Eight of Pentacles. It feels like I can see that this, maybe training or doing some kind of training, doing some kind of repetitive work here. Ten of Pentacles, financial security, family, long-term investments. You're very you're very defensive because you're focused on your material security. And coming up in the future, you have the King of Pentacles. So you are very, this is for me, the King of Pentacles is someone who is a patriarch, or they come across as someone who's committed, married, faithful. But this is someone who's very stubborn, and someone who is very practical and very focused on their money, very focused on the material. Well, they're the provider. They care a lot about their money, and they care a lot about luxury. So clearly here you're focused on like the financial security, work. You may be defensive because this is something that's very important to you and you're putting a lot of resources there. Why is the King of Wands coming up reversed in Capricorn's reading? We have Justice. Why is the King of Wands coming up reversed in Capricorn's reading? We have the Hermit. And we have the Sun. All right, so clarifying the King of Wands, I have Justice, the Hermit, and the Sun card. We have the sign of Virgo, the sign of Leo, and the sign of Libra. And Justice to me is about fairness. It's also about balancing the scales, so making an adjustment so that things are even, so that things are equal. This also can indicate legal disputes, lawful, like a legal marriage, legal agreement. Also, it's about detaching yourself emotionally so you can make a good decision. You have the Hermit here, so this is someone who spends some time alone or is withdrawing from the situation. They may want to be alone, or they may want to go off on their own so that they can. It's about needing to listen to their own inner guidance, because they feel, or because you feel, that you are on a very spiritual path right now, and in order to, you need to listen to your own voice, you need to listen to your own guidance, okay? In order to do that, you may need to withdraw a little bit. We also have the Sun here, so there's definitely, there's something that you're trying to get clarity on, and when you do find your answer, when you do get clarity, it's going to bring you a lot of happiness. So you could also, like I said, you could be dealing with a Libra, a Virgo, or a Leo here. But it feels like this person needs some time alone, okay? And they want the Sun. The Sun is illumination. The Sun is happiness. The Sun is clarity. But currently it feels like they're withdrawing, maybe from you, or you're withdrawing from them. Why is the Empress coming up reversed for Capricorn? We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups, which is interesting because it came out sideways. It's just telling me your happiness is at stake here, and I do see that I feel like you're trying to put yourself in the middle. You're in the middle of a difficult situation. You have a lot to manage right now. And also with the Wheel of Fortune, it's telling me that this fate is intervening here. So there's going to be a turn of fate here. It does indicate that you are definitely facing some decision, and it's going to affect your resources, because your resources are kind of split here. You're as the juggler is. So you're walking a fine line. You're trying to manage everything. But like I said, the Ten of Cups did come up sideways. I wish it hadn't because it's making it a little bit more confusing for me. Why is the Empress coming up reversed? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you seem to be very focused on your career or very focused on work here. This could be jeopardizing your love life or your relationship because the Knight of Pentacles is not fast moving at all. He's very slow and steady, wins the race, very practical. So it's just telling me that maybe you're unsure about how you really feel. But the Empress is telling me that if this is you, you're closing yourself off a little bit to love, or you're not open to love. You're more focused on maybe work or your career. But I do feel like this could be affecting your marriage or your own happiness, because that's really what's at stake here. So however things are going, they're not going to stay the same. The Wheel of Fortune is telling me that change is happening, whether you like it or not. And there is going to be a change for you, I think for the positive. So I'm going to go ahead and, sorry that the lighting is so dramatic here. I'm going to go ahead and pull a guidance message for you from the Rumi Oracle. Rumi Spirit, oh, it's already coming out. You have Layla. All right, and that is card 34. So there's a poem here by Rumi, and then I'll get into the text. This is a long message, so you may want to pause and come back to it later, but I do recommend you listen to this message because it will help clarify the whole reading. Layla, put aside your clever schemes, O lover, be mindless, become mad, dive into the heart of the flame, become fearless, be like a moth. Turn away from the self and tear down the house. Then come and dwell in the house of love. Be a lover. Live with lovers. Clean your chest from all hostility. Wash it 7 times. Then fill it with the wine of love. Be a chalice for love. Be a chalice. You must be all love to be worthy of the beloved. When going to the gathering of drunks, be a drunk, become drunk. Your thought takes a course, dragging you in its wake. Move beyond thought. Let your heart lead. Be the leader. When the grace of love is revealed, be a mirror to reflect it. When the beloved's hair is loosened, brush it like a comb. Be a comb. Rumi. How I long for my thoughts to no longer make any sense to me. Then I can be rid of them, like noisy house guests who have overstayed their welcome. Oh, the peace when they finally go. Their incessant chatter brings me no comfort. I crave the silence of you. Will you let me hear it? Will you run through the noisy house of my mind with your great muddy feet so that I can focus on something other than my mind for a while? Maybe you can make such a mess that I shall give up my plans and attempts at order completely. Just give in for a change. It's time for that. To give up my ridiculous fantasies of perfection, useless, noisy, irritating, demanding, and yet deadening perfection. I'd rather just be alive. I want to plant my head in the earth in the same mud that sticks to your feet and breathe in her rich soil smell. I want to feel her heart beating in the quiet movements of the roots of the plants as they stretch and grab and stop my ears with her fertile dirt. Finally gaining peace from the constant infernal racket of thoughts no longer wanted. Oh, beloved, how you are to be envied. You are being given the gift of no self, no noise, no sense. The great beloved truly wants to be closer than ever to the wild universal heart. In that field of love, every electronic device goes haywire, systems collapse, worlds collide, and great stars are born from the chaos. But the real you will sense none of this. You'll be staring at your beloved, so intoxicated by love, your tongue will loll out of your mouth and you'll drool like a bloodhound. And you won't care a hoot, neither will the great beloved. Such will the passion of your reunion be, that the only thing to matter will be the one great love exploding inside your being. So who cares if you have no idea what day it is? What was your job supposed to be again? Or how to make conversation, let alone intelligent conversation, at the dinner table? Ah well, you shall not be yourself any more. You shall not be so appropriate or sociable. Who understands crazy words that fall out of your mouth, unchecked by logic or rationality? I do. I know the beloved too. I am under the same loving spell. I, like you, have no I anymore. I, like you, am so crazy with love that I care not for things making sense anymore. I, like you, long for my night of love with the great beloved that ends me forever and renders me only and ever the lover of the great beloved. I call that night forward from my love-crazed heart, as do you. That Laylat al-Qadr, the night of destiny, let us run together and pound on the bedroom door of the great beloved. There is no shame, there is nothing else worth holding on to. Let us go now and throw ourselves upon the goodwill of the Creator. Our hair shall be messy and mingle with the curving galaxy, and the planets shall grow rings around them, becoming the many eyes of the great beloved, delightfully bearing witness to our loving, passionate surrender. This oracle brings you a message. You are moving through a period of not knowing, of time in the great void or womb of the Divine Mother. It is in this place the seed can crack open and take root. This cannot happen in the light, where all is seen and recognized. It must happen under the cover of darkness, where only trust can assure one of success. This is the way of nature, the way of life, and it must be honored. This oracle brings you ancient wisdom. It guides you, not to fear the darkness, but to enter into it willingly. It is not for you to become lost, but to find your way. This oracle is saying that in the darkness there is the path. Do not turn away from it. Let it be. Be with the lack of knowing. When people ask of you so many questions and demand sensible answers to support their notion of reality, do not bow to such unworthiness and fear. Know that their minds may be fearful for your safety, and their own, lest your divine madness be contagious. But that their fear is nothing to you, nothing at all. It is not even anything to them, but they just don't know that yet. Under the sacred black cloak of night, the Divine Mother, the Goddess, she who transfigures from darkness into light, has invited you into her chamber. In that place you shall experience annihilation, but only that of which is untrue, that of which would hold you back, dampen your spirit, or prevent you from bursting into full aliveness. Give me just one moment here. For that which is true is already seated deep in her womb, and is preparing to be born, strong and with good, powerful legs. So when it is time, it will leap like a wild creature, all instincts and intuition, into the morning light. For this moment, however, there is darkness, and that is essential for the appearance, so imminent, beloved, of the light on its way. This oracle brings you guidance. If you find yourself to be sad, to be grieving, whether you know for what or not, or even depressed or struggling, feeling as though you are being pulled down, do not fight. Bear witness instead. Allow what is taking place to take place. Allow what is happening to happen. You shall find a joy in allowing the interplay of darkness and the light to take place according to a greater unfolding rhythm of your own divine growth process. Sacred honoring ritual. Sit in a dark and quiet space, if possible. Say aloud, I honor the darkness that serves the all-loving light. Through the grace of Rumi and the Divine Mother, I am blessed with growth of my own soul into life. Even within the darkest of dark places, the Divine Beloved dwells with unfailing generosity and compassion. In my surrender I am held, and in my darkness the seed of new life takes root. So be it. Rest for as long as feels good. You have completed your honoring ritual. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today, Capricorn. I send you off with many blessings, love, and light for a wonderful new year ahead. And please know I'm here for you if you would like to talk, have a private reading, whatever it may be. I do have extended hours over the holiday, so do make good use of that. I am a resource here for you and for you alone. My information is below in the description, and I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Take care.